Halloween at Taharka Brothers Ice Cream, and I'm here with my crew. We have Chief Ice Cream Maker Kofi. We've got the lovely boys from Baltimore Born. We've got Fire Chief Cartwright and the Taharka Brothers jewel himself, Mr. Felton. Thank you all for being with us today.
Welcome.
Ready to make some ice cream?
Yeah.
All right, so we have this big pumpkin here, and we're about to make some incredible pumpkin ice cream.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is the name of the ice cream we're about to create?
By create Occupy Pumpkin Ice Cream.
Occupy Pumpkin Ice Cream. Okay, cool. So tell us what the first step is so we can get this thing started.
All right, first step is we're gonna cut a square out of the top.
Okay.
We're gonna turn it on the side. We're gonna cut it around. We're gonna take it out, and we're gonna dig out everything to make sure it's all cleaned out. Then we're gonna cook it, and from there, that's when we'll prepare everything.
All right, let's get it.
Anybody want to take the first cut in?
And take the first cut. So Jalen is going to make the first cut.
All right.
Be careful.
All right. Now I'm gonna make a turn, and just across. It's pretty tough. Excuse me.
Okay, be careful, honey. There you go. Oh wow, look at that.
Look like
guys
cheese.
wanna take-
Look like cheese.
It looks like what?
Cheese.
It looks like cheese, and what else does it look like? Cantaloupe. That's cool. You want to look at it? No. You're good. Okay.
All right, so next step, would like to take the next cut or?
Yeah, why don't you come over and take the next cut? It's only a pumpkin.
All right, so what you want to do is basically want to cut it, and all you're going to do is bring it around. And I'll keep turning as you keep going. All right, now bring it up a bit, and keep moving it towards me. There you go.
So,
All right, I'm going to finish this for you, okay?
okay.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Ooh. There's your pumpkin.
All right.
So what does that
next-
look like, you guys?
It smells like a cantaloupe too.
It smells like a cantaloupe, okay.
See around there, it looks just like it.
cheesy.
Uh-huh. So tell me.
Cheese, cantaloupe,
So the next
lettuce.
step is we're gonna leave the top over here,
Okay.
and this is where we're gonna have to gut out the whole bottom.
All right, so we're going to put that in here?
Mm-hmm.
Great. You guys going to help do that?
So all you gotta do is reach in
Reach in your hands. Reach in your hands.
and just dig it
Oh,
out.
wow.
Just drop it in.
It feel like worms in my hand. Why would you?
All right, almost there. Just want to get it nicely rounded, and you mainly want to get the seeds out also. Hey Chief, can I borrow that metal pipe? All right, so now what we're gonna do is pop this in the oven and let it run for a while, and we'll see what we get.
So as he's putting the pumpkin in the oven, I wanted to go to Chief Cartwright. You know, it's Halloween time, and I wanted you to share with us some fire safety tips with regard to the season. I think a lot of times people forget that this is a time of year where we should be more concerned a little bit about what might happen with regard to fire safety in Baltimore. So could you share with the young men of Baltimore Born some tips?
Sure, absolutely. For children and adults alike, Halloween is a fun and exciting time for everyone to enjoy.
Right.
But most importantly, we want everyone to enjoy it safely.
Right.
As we're here in the kitchen baking something in the oven, we want to make sure that the costumes are made of non-flammable materials. Operating in an environment where there's flames can certainly combust and catch fire, and we certainly don't want that to happen.
Now, are they selling more of those costumes nowadays? Are they easy to find?
I believe they are. When you're purchasing one, it's important to just look at the manufacturer's label to make sure that it is non-combustible.
All right.
Something else that we keep in mind is that when kids are out trick-or-treating, we want them to be in the company of an adult,
Sure.
just for their safety. Also, as you lose light for the day, it's a good idea to have a flashlight along with you so that you can actually see yourself walking through people's yards up on their porch, and that's a safe thing to do.
And there's some neat smaller ones that they're selling nowadays too that could go along with any costume, right?
Absolutely. Another idea is for kids to go out into the shopping malls, where it's much more safe, a lot of lighting, and more people, more stores for them to actually get some candy.
Jalen, can you hand me that pumpkin? So Chief Cartwright, you know what people do with these for Halloween. Oftentimes there are flammable items that are inserted inside. Tell us about the safety precautions we should consider with these as well.
Sure, absolutely. What we've noticed over the past few years is that candle usage has been on the rise, and we want to in some way discourage use of candles, but if you're going to use them, we want you to use them properly and safely.
Okay.
Many people place candles inside of a jack-o'-lantern. My understanding is that now you can actually purchase a battery-powered light that you can actually sit inside the jack-o'-lantern to give you that, you know, Halloween and scary type of effect.
Okay.
So we definitely want people to use candles safely if they're going to use them, because it always creates a fire hazard. What most people don't know is that when you leave these unattended, you can have a toddler, have a child, or even a pet come by, bump the table, knock the jack-o'-lantern over, and the candle falls, and within 60 seconds,
flammable.
you have a fully engulfed room.
Wow, okay. So are these tips helpful?
Yes.
All right, so when you guys go look for costumes, what will you do? What will you ask your parents to do?
Get non-flammable costumes.
Excellent. So what are you guys going to be this Halloween?
Freddy.
Freddy. And what about you, Jalen?
I'm gonna get a very scary mask.
A very scary mask. Well, I hope these tips have been helpful to you. And we'll continue in our process of making Taharka Brothers Occupy Pumpkin Ice Cream. Now we're here with Akil and Javin, who are going to help us with this next step. What are we doing now?
So right now we're going to take this scooper and we're going to scoop around it and we're going to place it in here.
All right.
And then afterwards we're going to measure it out and we're going to blend it all the way around.
Oh, wow.
Just skin.
Just skin.
All right, place it in
It
there.
feels soft.
Soft and soggy. Are you going to leave a little bit for Javin?
Now you want to take a crack at it now?
Yeah.
All right, so here you want to just get around the edges.
It feels very soft, huh? All right.
Get around there.
So how long was that baking for?
It was baking for about 30 to 45 minutes.
30 to 45 minutes, okay. And what was the temperature of the oven?
400 degrees.
400 degrees, okay.
All right, get that last bit. All right, we're gonna have to scoop this out. And we're gonna get 2 quarts, and we're gonna drop it in the processor, and then we're gonna get up to 50, and we're gonna drop it in there, then we're gonna blend it all up.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Kind of heavy, isn't it?
It's hard to get out.
It's hard to get out a little bit, right? All right, little tiny bit more, because you want to make sure it's packed in, right?
32 ounces.
So when you're measuring, don't you want to make sure it's kind of packed into the measurement?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right.
So pack it down a bit.
Pack it down a little bit pack it down a little bit, honey.
There you go.
There you go. That's good. He did it nice and lightly. So you need a little
bit
more? All right.
That's it.
Good. Excellent.
All right. So we got our 2 quarts.
First 2 quarts.
You want to drop it in? All right. So what you're going to do is just drop it in and try to get as much in there as possible. There you go.
Good job. Why don't you get the last, now where did he say that it needed to be lined up?
Next one is you want to get 32 ounces, which would be the 2.50. That little bit should get it. Pack
Did it
it
work?
down. All right. So you want to dump the rest of this in there? All right. So the next thing, and the last before actually making the ice cream, is we're gonna puree it. Anybody want to take down and press it?
So we're now at the final step of this process. We've got, what, 2.5 gallons?
Yes, ma'am.
Of milk?
2.5 gallons of butterfat milk.
Butterfat milk, which is like the tastiest thing I've had in a long time. It tastes really good. How much of the puree do we have?
We have 2.5 quarts of puree here
Okay.
that we're gonna mix in with the milk.
All right. And then we have seasonings. So boys, when I say what the seasonings are, I want you to point to it and pick them up, all right? We've got ground cinnamon. Which one is cinnamon? Correct. And then the next one is ground ginger. Perfect. And then we've got nutmeg. ground cloves, and allspice, right? And after we've assembled all of this, these are the main ingredients for the entire ice cream. And then where are we taking them?
We're gonna take it to our ice cream machine, and we're just gonna drop this in first, followed by the pumpkin puree, and one of these one by one. And then after that, we're gonna let the machine freeze it up, and we'll get everybody's pint ready.
And that's where all the magic happens.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, let's go. We're here at Taharka Brothers Ice Cream with Darius Wilmore, the creative director. Darius, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Darius, tell me how old Taharka Brothers is and what is your mission?
We're about 11 years old, and the mission is positive, progressive social change.
What is an ice cream social?
The Ice Cream Social is an event where people come together, have ice cream, enjoy cultural experiences. It could be music, it could be art, it could be literature, but it's all about coming together, having some ice cream, and enjoying the culture.
Tell me some places where your ice cream is being sold now.
In the city and outside the city, we're at Soda Sopra, Baltimore Food Co-op.
Yes.
You like that one?
I love Baltimore Food Co-op. We're going
They're
there
dope,
soon.
they're
We're
dope,
going
man.
there soon.
Dogwood Deli, which has a social mission of its own.
Right.
In Hampton, right up the street here.
Sure.
Roy's downtown. And we're in Busboys and Poets in DC. And there are a whole bunch of others. There's about 40 restaurants.
40 restaurants, really?
Yeah, and we're trying to grow that business.
Okay, so I'm going to pose a challenge to you in front of my entire audience. You must create an amplified Baltimore flavor by the end of spring, because I want it for the summer.
No problem.
And it's got to be an homage to like snowballs and something really cool for the summer months and something very Baltimore, Maryland as far as fruit. Can you do that?
Yeah, we're working on some things right now, so maybe that might.
Well, egg
That might work.
custard
Egg
with
custard,
little
marshmallow.
well, something.
Right,
Okay,
right,
so
right, we can do that.
All right. Well, thank you
That's
so
a
much
promise.
for all that you did today.
welcome.
The guys from Baltimore Born, we're so excited to be here, and we're going to be sending them home with some ice cream, right?
Right, they'll be leaving with something in hand.
Well,
They won't leave empty-handed.
They won't leave empty-handed. So I appreciate everything that you do with the young men that we worked with today, and all that you do to amplify Baltimore.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks
All
for
right,
having
can
us.
we get some ice cream now? Because I'm
Absolutely.
greedy. All right,
Let's do
go.
it.
All right, thanks.
Sure.